Hello, welcome to Higher Ground Gaming. This is Eric. Today we're going to do another game from our 1970 replay using National Pastime 3 Baseball. And we do have some updates, probably about a week ago or so, maybe a little over a week. Cyrus put some updates into the game, and they're really, some nice little tweaks to it, which I think really helped the game. Two particularly in the game, and two that are kind of like on the statistics pages and, well, informational pages, so which were pretty cool, which we'll show you. But anyway, we'll show it to you when we get to them, as there's nothing really in the game in it yet, since we haven't started it yet. So let's first of all, let's go and replace Denny Doyle here, because he is technically on the DL for one more game. So you have to manually do that since he was in the actual lineup. So we're going to go to the roster here. And let's see here. Where was it? Okay. Not roster, sorry. Starting lineups. Okay. So Denny Doyle, we're going to replace him with Tony Taylor. We've been using him. Well, we used him in the one game so far, and we'll use him in. Actually, was it Tony Taylor or Rick Joseph? We're going to use Tony Taylor this time, though, because Tony might have been Rick Joseph we used. Can't remember. Yeah, I think it might have been, because it was. I remember it being over in this column. But anyway, we're going to use Tony Taylor this time. He's a 301 average, so probably good to have leading off there with decent on base percentage. Alright, so that is it there. Alright, so Tony Taylor is now in the lineup, and he automatically gets replaced over here. So alright, so again, like we said, there are a few little additions to the game here, and we'll show it to you as they come up. Pretty cool ones, in my opinion. So alright, so we have a good pitching matchup in this one too. We have Jim Bunning going up against Nolan Ryan. So you can see Nolan Ryan is an A-rated pitcher. He's making his first start of the season here on April 18th, 1970, for the Mets. So, without further ado, let's get this game going. Get our dice. And let's get it on the roll. So, Nolan Ryan. So, the lineup for the New York Mets is going to be, for the Philadelphia Phillies is going to be Tony Taylor. He'll play second and bat first. Playing third is going to be Don Money. And batting second. Batting third is going to be John Briggs in left field. Batting cleanup is Darren Johnson. Batting fifth, behind the plate, Tim McCarver. Larry Heisel will bat sixth and play center. Ron Stone, the right fielder, will hit seventh. Larry Bower, the longtime Philly, in one of his first seasons here. The shortstop hits eighth, and Jim Bunning on the hill bats ninth. So against Nolan Ryan, who's got a 17 grade with an A rating, X for the strikeouts there, and he WW for the walks there. So he's got some modifiers to his strikeouts and walks. So Tony Taylor getting a start today in place of the injured Denny Doyle, who will be back in tomorrow's game. He's hitting 433 plate appearances with 4 RBIs. So here we go. So 2-4. And that is going to be a strikeout for Nolan Ryan. So as you can see here, over here, Don Money's name is highlighted in yellow. So each team, the current batter, or the batter that's coming up, will be highlighted in yellow. And Miss Maggs is here. Miss Maggs is joining me in the host seat here. Wanted to say hi. Say hi, Maggs, to all your fans. All right. So that's one little subtle highlight there. The next one, oops, hold on. Miss Maggs is hitting the keyboard. So I'm going to get rid of that last one there. Okay. All right. So roll number 2. So Nolan Ryan will face Don Money now. Money's off to a good start. He's facing 440 He's hitting .448 with 2 homers, 9 runs batted in. And just to let you guys know, the Phillies, though, are just 2-7 on the season. And the Mets also struggling after winning the World Championship last year, 2-6. So 2 teams that are struggling so far. Looking to get a win. So Don Money steps into the box. Here's the windup in the pitch. And that's going to be a 4-5. And that's going to be a walk. So you get 1 of each for Nolan Ryan, a strikeout and a walk. So we are going to let him try to steal here. 1-1, and he'll be in there with a stolen base. So Don Money walks and steals second, so he'll be in scoring position with 1 down for John Briggs. Briggs also off to a good start, hitting .344 with 3 homers, 7 runs batted in. So the issue so far for the Phillies has not been the pitching. Hitting. It's been the pitching. All right, 5-4. So Money gets his lead. Ryan looks at the runner, kicks and delivers to Briggs. And that's going to be a fly out to right, where Swoboda will make the catch for out number 1. Or number 2, as Money tags up and moves to third. So we're on third with 2 down. It brings up Darren Johnson. Johnson hitting .235, but with 3 homers, 6 runs batted in. And that is going to be a strikeout. So Ryan fans 2, walks a batter, but keeps the Phillies off the board. So let's head to the bottom of the first. So as you can see here, AG is now up here, so he is highlighted, and McCarver will be up next inning. So nice little subtle detail there. Kind of gives you an idea who's up and who's coming up. So all right, so Jim Bunning on the hill now. Bunning comes in with a 1-0 record on the season with a 3.19 earned run average. He's pitched 6 innings. He's allowed 5 hits, struck out 2, walked 1, and batters are hitting .227 against him. Let's take a look at his card. So this is only his 2nd start of the season. All right, so the lineup for the Mets, defending world champion Mets, is going to be Tommy Agee. He'll lead it off and play center. Bud Harrelson, the shortstop, hits second, followed by Joe Foy, the ex-Red Sox, batting third and playing third. Batting cleanup is Cleon Jones, the left fielder. Batting fifth in the first baseman, Art Shamsky. Ron Swoboda, who we mentioned earlier, is the right fielder, hitting sixth. Batting seventh is Ken Boswell, the second baseman. Jerry Garrote behind the plate hits eighth, and Nolan Ryan on the hill, batting ninth. So Bunning is a C-rated pitcher, only a grade 6. Throws righty and just has a C and Z modifiers. So all right, so AG steps into the box. AG comes in hitting .289 with 3 runs batted in. And that's going to be a 36. And that's going to pop out to second. And Taylor will make the catch. Getting a start today for the injured Doyle for out number 1. Bud Harrelson up now, hitting just .194 with an RBI. And that's going to be a fly out to right. And Stone will make the catch for out number 2. It brings up Joe Foy. Foy hitting .321 with an RBI. We have an error check here. And it's going to be a ground out to second. And Taylor has it over to Johnson for out number 3. So the Mets go in order in the first, and after 1 full, no score. Tim McCarver up now. McCarver comes in hitting .278 with 2 homers, 8 runs batted in. Ryan looks in for the sign. Here's the windup in the pitch. And that's going to be a walk. So second walk given up by Ryan. As McCarver will reach. See if he's going to try to steal here. Cannot get the jump, so he'll remain at first. We'll put the brakes on him. All right, so nobody out with a runner on first for Larry Heisel. Heisel hitting just 206 with 2 runs batted in. And Heisel is going to draw the walk. So I'll put runners on first and second with nobody out. So it brings up Ron Stone, hitting 333 with a homer and 2 runs batted in. Runners will get their lead. Ryan looks in for the sign. He's the wind up in the pitch. And Ryan is going to walk. The bases loaded. So Nolan Ryan wild as Grody goes out to talk to him on the hill. I don't think we can change anything here. No. Just put the brakes on everybody. So the bases loaded via 3 walks by Ryan. And he's walked himself. The bases loaded. So it brings up Larry Bowa with a chance to put the Phillies on top. He's been struggling so far, hitting just 125 in 40 plate appearances, trying to get his first RBI here and put the Phillies on top. So Ryan looks in for the sign, looks at the runners. Here's the delivery. And that is going to be a ground ball double play, but that will get the run home as McCarvo scores to put the Phillies on top 1-0. No RBI on the play. So Heisel moves to third. That brings up Jim Bunning to the plate. Bunning hitless in 2 plate appearances so far. And that is going to be a ground out back to Ryan. Flips over to Shamsky for out number 3. But the Phillies get on the board. 1-0 after 1.5. So Cleon Jones up now. It'll be Jones, Shamsky, and Swoboda against Bunning. Set the Mets down in order in the first. Jones hitting 241 with 5 runs batted in. And that's going to be a fly out to center, where Heisel will make the catch for out number 1. So Art Shamsky up now. Art Shamsky hitting just 211. So you can see the Mets' problem was their hitting. Has very little power so far and just low average. 2 runs batted in for Shamsky. That's going to be a 5-6, and that is going to be a fly out to right, where Stone will make the catch for out number 2. So 2 up and 2 down in the Mets second, trailing 1-0. Swoboda up now. Swoboda hitting 292 with 2 homers, 4 runs batted in. And that's going to be a ground out to short, where Bowa will handle it over to Johnson, and that'll do it for the Mets. So they go in order in the second like they did in the first. So after 2 full, the Phillies 1 and the Mets 0. Top of the order, Taylor up now. He struck out against Ryan his first time up. Here's the delivery. Gonna have an error check. And that's going to be a pop out to second. Boswell calls for it and makes the catch for out number 1. So Money up now. Money walked and stole second. His first time up, 1-5, and that is going to be a base hit. So the first hit of the ball game for either team. Been more walks than hits so far in the game. So Money is going to attempt to try to get a lead, and he cannot. Almost gets picked off. He gets back to first as he rounded the bag too far. Well, actually, get too far of a lead. So 1 down now for Briggs. Briggs flew out to right his first time up. And that's going to be a fly out to center. And Agee will make the catch for out number 2. So Money heads back to first. So Johnson up now, struck out his first time up. And he will fly out to center also. And Agee will make the easy catch for out number 3. So we head to the bottom of the third with the Mets trailing by 1. Bunning up to the plate now. Boswell up to the plate now. Boswell hitting just 216 plate appearances. And he will draw the walk. So that'll be the first walk Bunning has allowed. See if Boswell can get the jump. Cannot. So he'll be on with a leadoff walk. So Jerry Grody up to the plate now. Grody hitting 308 with 4 runs batted in. Boswell gets his lead. And that's going to be ball 1 to Grody. Here's the next pitch. And that's going to be a 6-4-3 double play. So that'll bring up Nolan Ryan for the first time today. Ryan with the first at-bat of the season. Ryan has just a 178 on-base percentage, 178 slugging percentage. 5-5, and he is going to get a swinging bunt that Bunning fields and easily throws him out. Actually, Bunning doesn't get it. Carver gets it and throws out over to Johnson to end the inning. So after 3 full, no 1-0 Phils. Carver to lead it off, and you can see here. Here's one of the new things here. If you go over to the underneath McCarver here, you see there's a little check mark underneath him. That means he scored a run. So that's one thing new. If they score a run and they're, in that at bat, or during that while they got on base, then there will be a check mark there showing that they should have a run scored. So that's one of the things there. So 1-1, and that is going to be another roll for McCarver. So McCarver gets one he can handle here. And that is going to be a single. So McCarver on base for the second time now. See if he can get a jump. And he will, and he'll steal second. So Tim McCarver with a rare steal. As Ryan was not paying attention. So runner in scoring position. Phillies trying to add to their 1-0 lead. Larry Heisel up now. He walked his first time out. And that's going to be a pop fly. And the shortstop, Harrelson, will make the catch for out number 1 as McCarver holds at second. 1 down now for Stone. He walked his first time up. And that's going to be a walk. So that'll put runners at first and second. No speed on the bases, so we'll check the restrictions. So Larry Boa grounded into a 6-4-3 double play with the bases loaded and nobody out. Carver did score, but he does not get the RBI, being a double play. So ball up to the plate now with another chance to get an RBI here. And he is going to get a single. Carver will hold at third. So that'll load the bases once again for the Phillies, this time with 2 down. For Jim Bunning. And Jim Bunning, what are we going to have Bunning do here? Bunning, not much of a hitter here. Does not strike out a lot, though, so he could hit into a double play or could just hit a ground out. I think we're just going to have him hit away. I think the Phillies... The Mets are going to play the infield in, though, as runs are at a premium for them this year. And they don't expect them to get much off of Bunning today, so here we go. So Bunning's not going to square around. And let's see what happens here. I think he's going to put the ball in play. And he's going to fly out. But it's not deep enough for McCarver, so he'll hold that third. So it'll be up to Taylor. See if he can make the most of his start today. For Doyle. Here's a delivery by Ryan. And he strikes him out, so Taylor cannot get the job done, and it remains 1-0 after 3.5. So Bunning back out on the hill. It'll be top of the order, Money, Harrelson, and Foy, as Bunning has faced the minimum through 3. He did allow a walk, but that was erased on a double play. So AG up now. AG grounded out to, popped up to second his first time up. And he'll fly out to center, where Heisel will make the catch for out number 1. So 1 down in the Mets 4th. Brings up Bud Harrelson, flew out to right his first time up. And that is going to be a fly out to left. And Briggs will make the catch. So 2 up and 2 down in the Mets 4th. Brings up Joe Foy. Joe Foy grounded out to second his first time up. And that's going to be a strikeout. So that'll do it. So Bunning on cruise control is not allowed to hit through 4. And Ryan back out on the hill, trailing 1-0. He's only allowed 3 hits, but has given up 5 walks so far. So Ryan definitely having control issues today, but has managed to minimize the damage so far. So Money up now. Money is 1 for 1 with a walk and a stolen base. And he is going to pop out to third. And Foy will make the catch for out number 1. So Briggs up now. Smag saying hi to her fans again. 4-6, and Briggs 0 for 2 as he's flown out twice. And he will ground out this time short. And that will be out number 2 for the Phillies. So Darren Johnson, 0 for 2 so far today. And he strikes out Johnson to end the inning. So not Joe Foy. That was Ryan striking out Johnson. My bad on that. Alright, so Cleon Jones up now for the Mets. It'll be Jones, Shamsky, and Swoboda against Bunning. Bunning now a D rating. But ahead 1-0, and that's going to be a hit for Cleon Jones, most likely. Base hit there. See if he gets the jump in the scoring position. And he cannot, as Bunning is keeping a close eye on him. So Jones on with the leadoff single, brings up Art Shamsky. And we're going to go with a little hit and run here for the Mets, trying to generate some offense. And that's going to be a ball. Right, we're going to go over the hit and run again. And that's going to be a ground out, so it gets the runner over. So Jones in scoring position now with 1 down on the ground out. So Swoboda up now. Swoboda grounded out to short his first time up. So Bunning looks in for the sign, looks at the runner. Here's the delivery. And big strikeout there for out number 2. So it'll be up to Boswell if the Indians continue. He walked his first time up. And that's going to be a walk. So that'll put runners on first and second. So the go-ahead run now on. Hold on there. Oops. Don't want to limit Jones here. Just want to limit Boswell. There you go. So Jerry Gordy up to the plate now. He can tie the game with a single. Extra base hit probably will not put, unless it's a home run, will not put the, as there's not much speed at first in Boswell. So Gordy grounded to a double play his first time up. Here's the delivery by Bunning. And that's going to be a ground out to short to end the inning. So Bunning holds him off, and it's 1-0 after 5. So Ryan now with a B rating. So I think maybe the stolen base, I could be wrong on this one, but the stolen base I thought might have been added because I don't remember seeing that there before, but it could have been. But I definitely know that the run scored here in the check mark is a new thing. All right, so McCarver up to the plate now. McCarver perfect 1 for 1 with a walk and a run. Scored the only run of the game so far for the Phillies, 6-1, and that is going to be a walk. So Ryan with his 6th walk. McCarver already the stolen base, does not get the jump this time. To keeping an eye on him there. Let's see here. Larry Heisel, he strikes out quite a bit. I don't think we're going to go with the hit and run here. We don't want Heisel to bunt. Or do we? Heisel hitting just 200. I think he might be called upon the bunt. We're going to give him a shot here. Try to get in scoring position with nobody out. And he's going to draw the walk, so Ryan continues to get wild. He's walked the first 2 batters here. And there's going to be some bullpen activity in the Mets bullpen as runs are at a premium. So first 2 runners on for the Phillies. You can add on to the 1-0 lead. Stone up to the plate now. He's walked twice so far. And 6-6, and that is going to be an extra base hit for Ron Stone. And that is going to be a double. So a 2-run double for Ron Stone is going to put the Phillies on top 3-0 now. And that is going to be it for Nolan Ryan. His grade is reduced all the way to a D. So Ron Stone opens it up a little for the Phillies. Gives him a little breathing room now as it's 3-0. And actually, hold on. So Ryan pitched a complete game 1-hitter with Denny Doyle, who's not in the game in the replay, getting the only hit on the first at-bat of the game. He did walk 6 in the actual game, but only gave up the 1 hit. But he did also strike out 15. So, have to get somebody out of the pen here. We're going to use everybody except for Taylor, who was used in the next game. So, let's see who we can find here. McGraw's been pitching quite a bit lately. Actually, no, he hasn't. This is the 18th, so he's had a day off. So we're going to bring in Tug McGraw here to try to stop the bleeding here. Well, the minimal bleeding, but still 3-0 now, which could be big with Bunning pitching the way he is pitching. So ball up to the plate now. He's 1 for 2. Singled this last time at bat, so Stone gets a lead. McGraw looks in for the sign. So McGraw with a B rating, grade 11, an X, Z, and G rating. So he's capable of striking out a batter or 2. And that is going to be a fly out to left. And Jones will make the catch. Stone will hold at second. 1 down now for the pitcher Bunning. And Bunning, I think, is going to be called upon to bunt here. See if we can get the runner over to third. And that would be a successful sacrifice. 2-3 on the 2-3 on the putout. No, 5-4 on the putout. So to bring up Taylor. They're 1 on third and 2 down now. 2 runs already in for the Phillies. Now lead at 3-0. So Taylor 0 for 3 with a pair of strikeouts. And Taylor is going to deliver, I think. Yeah, Taylor will deliver. No, he won't. He will fly out. 5-5 sometimes is a hit, but not this time. So it'll be 3-0 as we head to the bottom of the 6th now. And McGraw is actually a pretty good hitter. We're going to let him hit here. He's 286 on base percentage, 385 slugging. So we're going to let McGraw hit here. And McGraw is going to deliver with a double. So Tug McGraw trying to spark the Mets offense here. Waving his hands in the air there as he's saying, come on, guys. It's only the 2nd hit for the Mets today. So Agee up to the plate now. AG is 0 for 2 on the day. So McGraw gets his lead. Bunning looks in for the sign. Here's the windup and the pitch. And that is going to be a double, another double. So back-to-back doubles. And that's going to be it for Bunning, as he was on cruise control. But McGraw with a double, and now AG with a double, will put the Mets on the board now 3-1. So this insurance run's looking big now. So that is going to be it for Jim Bunning. And we're going to bring in Larry Birch, who pitched in the actual game. Try to stick to see who pitched. Oh, wait, hold on. Is it Larry Birch? Barry Lurch, sorry. Pitched in the actual game. We try to stick as much as possible to the whoever pitched in the game, if at all possible. Okay, so Barry Lurch pitched 4 innings in the actual game. So Lurch is a righty. He's got a switch hitter, righty, and a lefty coming up. So Barry Lurch comes on in relief of Bunning. That'll bring up Bart Harrelson, is 0 for 2, representing the tying run now. So Lurch looks in for the sign from Gordy as a windup in the pitch. I mean, from McCarver is a windup in the pitch. And that'll be a fly out to left for out number 1. So Joe Foy up now. Foy 0 for 2. AG gets his lead. AG with good speed. And that's going to be a fly out to right. AG will tag and move over to third. But now with 2 down. So Cleon Jones got one of the Mets' 3 hits. 1 for 2 on the day. And that is going to be a single. So that will drive home. Who's that? Drive home AG. And it's now a 3-2 game. So Jones in scoring position. So a base hit can tie the game here by Shamsky. Shamsky 0 for 2. As McCarver goes out the top, Lurch goes back behind the plate. Sets the target. Jones gets his lead. Lurch looks at him. Here's the windup and the delivery. 3-2. And that is going to be a ground out to second. So, but the Phillies do score. Mets do score 2, and it's now a 3-2 game. Bunning still with a chance to get a victory here if the Phillies can hold, but it's just a 1-run game now, back to what it was before the 6th. So McGraw back out on the hill. He sparked it, the rally, with a leadoff double. So Money up to the plate now. Money 1 for 2. And that is going to be a pop out to short. And Harrelson will make the catch for out number 1. So Briggs up now. Briggs 0 for 3 on the day. And a strikeout for McGraw. His first K of the game. Darren Johnson up now. He struck out twice against Ryan. 0 for 3. 2-2. He won't strike out now, and that's going to be a fly out to center. So Lurch back out on the hill for the Phillies. Sabota up there now. It'll be Sabota, Boswell, and Garrodi. Sabota 0 for 2. And that's a strikeout. So Boswell up now. Boswell's walked twice. And he'll strike out this time. So Gary Garrodi 0 for 3. Lurch up trying to get a 1-2-3 inning. And that'll be a ground out to end the inning. So McCarver has scored 2 runs, as you can see by the 2 check marks next to the walks here, under his name, under the dice result number. So McCarver trying to get on, been on base all 3 times. So McGraw delivers. And he probably won't reach this time unless it's an error, and he will not be an error. So McCarver is retired for the first time today. Heisel up to the plate now. Heisel's also walked twice, 0 for 1 officially. And this time he is going to get a base hit, though. See if Heisler can stretch it, and he cannot. I mean, he cannot get the stolen base. So McGraw now with a D rating here, but he'll stay on the hill here for a little while longer. One more batter anyway, and there might have been an instance before this, but this is the first time I noticed it. But if you look under Ron Stone here on the dice result number, you can see there's a double asterisk next to the stolen base. It's to the left of the second base, and that means, as you probably figured out, are RBIs. So every time there's an RBI, you'll see an asterisk, so that would signal a 2-run double there. So a nice feature added by Cyrus to the game. Makes it easy to tell how many RBIs the batter has and how many runs scored. So some nice little touches to the game. So Ron Stone up there now. Ron Stone 1 for 1 with a 2-run double, and he's walked twice. And that is going to be a pop out for out number 2. So McGraw trying to keep this a 1-run game. So Bo up now. Bo is 1 for 3 on the day. That's going to be a ball. Against Ryan, that would probably have been a walk, but it is a ball against McGraw. So here's the next pitch by McGraw. That is going to be a fly out to center, so McGraw keeps the Phillies off the board, and it remains 3-2 as we head to the bottom of the 8th. And McGraw, we're going to let him... what the heck, we're going to let him hit again. Well, why not? Unconventional here, but... and McGraw will get a base hit, but now he will be removed for a pinch runner representing the tying run here. And the Mets did not use any pinch runners in the game, but we're definitely going to here. The Mets not with a lot of speed. If I remember right. Wayne Garrett, we could use him. Gasper, he's only had 15 plate appearances. Mike Jorgensen. We'll use Mike Jorgensen here. So Mike Jorgensen's going to get a pinch run from McGraw. So McGraw's day is done. So McGraw leaves to a cheer, as he did his job today. J.O.B. And do we want to leave Lersh in? I think we're going to take Lersh out. And Palmer's going to come in. Lowell Palmer. He pitched 2 innings in the actual game. Oh, this is his 3rd day in a row, but he only pitched 2/3 of an inning, so we're going to let it go. Okay, so Lersh is in. B rating here. They need him to keep the Mets off the board here in the 8th and keep it a 3-2 game. So as you can see, AG here, if you look under AG's dice result number in AG here, you can see it's the second base there has a asterisk to the left and a check mark to the right. That means he has a RBI double and he came around the score. So he has a RBI and a run scored today, 1 for 3. So Jorgensen's going to get his lead. And do we want to have AG bunt? I don't think so. No, 344 on base percentage. But we are going to have him, yeah, we'll have him hit run here. So here we go. Try to stay out of the double play and at least get the runner over and possibly get a base hit. So AG looks in for the sign. Lowell looks in for this. Palmer looks in for the sign. Looks at the runner. Kicks and delivers, and AG not scoring around a bunt, and that is going to be a ground out to short. But that kept him out of the double play with the Jorgensen on the move. So tying run in scoring position now for Bud Harrelson. He's 0 for 3 on the day. Oh, almost what he needed. 5-6 on the roll. And that'll be a strikeout. So a big strikeout for Palmer. So it'll be up to Joe Foy now, who's 0 for 3 on the day. Foy trying to get the base hit here, can get the tying run as home is. Jorgensen will be off on the pitch with 2 down on the contact. 2-3, most likely anyway. And that is going to be a fly out to left. So Palmer also does his JOB, and now it is a 3-2 as we head to the 9th. And that's going to bring in another reliever here. And yeah, we'll bring in, we pitched 2 innings yesterday, so maybe not. Ooh, not good. Cardwell, not good though. Oh, I know we said we weren't going to bring in Taylor because he's pitching tomorrow. Let's see what how he's pitched. Yeah, that'll make it 3 days in a row though. Ugh. Let's see here. Maybe Kuntz? Kuntz, we'll bring in Kuntz. He's well rested, so Cal Kuntz is going to come in. Try to keep this a 1-run game. So Kuntz comes in with a B rating and 9 grade. Righty. He'll face, well, he won't face Palmer. He is going to face Jim Hutto, who had an at-bat in the game. Hutto making his first appearance of the 1970 season. He's got a .222 on base percentage, .304 slugging, 101 plate appearances. So he can do against Kuntz. So Kuntz looks up in for the sign. He has to wind up in the pitch. 3-6. And 2-3. And that is going to be a pop out to short, the second, as Boswell makes the catch for out number 1. So Taylor up now. Taylor's not had a good day getting a start today. 0 for 4. See what we can do here. 1-6. And he'll ground out. So Money up now. Money's 1 for 3 with a walk and a stolen base. And Money is going to deliver with a long ball. So Don Money, 2 out solo home run will increase the Phillies' lead now 4-2, and the fans not happy about that one. So Kuntz surrenders a solo home run to Don Money, and Money is money today. So 4-2 now. No action in the Mets bullpen, so he will stay in there at least for one more batter. And he gets the strikeout, but Money, with a solo home run, increases the Mets' lead to 2 now. So the Mets will need 2 to keep this game going. And the Phillies will bring in Dick Selma, their closer. Does not have a save yet, as the Phillies only have 2 wins, so he hasn't even had much of an opportunity. Oops. So Dick Selma tries to get in to get his first save of the season. Selma, grade 12. Very tough. B rating, double X. So that's strikeout modifiers here. G and double play minus. So the Mets will sign up Cleo Jones, who's 2 for 3. And you can see he's got an RBI on the day. By that little asterisk next to the first baseman. So he had an RBI single his last time up. 2 for 3. So Selma looks in for the sign from Carver. He's wind up in the pitch. Mr. Brody in the house here. And that's going to be a walk. We're going to play it safe. Yeah, they're down by 2, so definitely going to play it safe. So Jones, the leadoff walk, that'll bring the tying run up now without Shamsky. Shamsky 0 for 3 on the day. Shamsky did have a .371 on base percentage. So Jones looks in for the sign. Selma looks in for the sign. Jones tries to get his lead. He has to wind up in the pitch to Shamsky. And that is going to be a pop out to third. And Money makes the catch for out number 1 as Jones heads back to first. So we're on Sabota up now. Sabota 0 for 3 on the day. 4-4. And that is going to be a base hit. No, actually, it's not going to be. With Selma's great rating there, it would be. That is going to be a ground out to third. Foy will make the short out to first as Jones moves into scoring position. But now with 2 down now. So Boswell up now. He's walked twice today, officially 0 for 1. Just about everybody walked against Ryan earlier. So here we go. So the Mets down to the last out. Tying run in scoring position. Fans with their rally cups on, standing up, cheering on the World Series champions a year ago. Can there be some of that, what happened last season? So far, we have yet to see it this season. Only 2 wins, so Boswell up to the plate now. Jones gets his lead. Selma looks in for the sign. Here's the lineup in the pitch. And that is going to be a 4-4. And that is going to be a ground out to Selma. And he'll make the play over to Johnson to end the game. And the Phillies prevail 4-2. Over the Mets, the reigning world champions. So let's take a look at the box score here. Save it all first. So Selma will get the save. Bunning gets his second win of the season. And the Phillies get their third win. All right, so we're going to give Selma the save. We're not doing holds because 1969, and holds are not an official stat. Weren't even known about back then. Even though there are some box scores that have it in it from Baseball Reference, we're not using it. We didn't start the season off that way, so we're just going to keep it that way. We have enough other stats here to keep track of. So Selma gets his first save of the season. Bunning with the win, goes 5 innings. Allowing 3 hits, 2 runs, both of them earned. 2 walks, 2 strikeouts. Barry Lersch pitches 2 scoreless innings, allowing 2 hits, striking out 2. Palmer pitches an inning, getting a strikeout. And Selma pitches a scoreless inning, walking a batter. So the Phillies bullpen does its job, pitching 4 scoreless innings, giving the Bunning his second win, and the Phillies their third win. So Bunning has 2 of the 3 Philly wins. So Nolan Ryan did not have his best stuff today. Well, a typical Nolan Ryan day as far as walks go. Did not strike out a lot, but it was pretty wild. In fact, there was so few balls in the strike zone that they didn't have much to hit, as they managed only 4 hits off him in 5 innings. He did allow 3 runs, all of them earned, walking 7, striking out only 4, and gets the loss. Now 0-1 is in his first start of the season. McGraw pitches well, pitches 3 innings, scoreless innings of relief, allowing just 1 hit, striking out a batter. Cal Kuntz pitches an inning, allowing the solo home run to Don Money in the top of the 9th, giving the Phillies some insurance there. So let's take a look at the Mets. The Phillies. So Tony Taylor getting a start for Doyle today. Definitely showed some rust as he goes 0 for 5, striking out twice. Don Money with 2 for 4 with a solo homer. John Briggs also 0 for 5, as was Taylor. Darren Johnson 0 for 4. Tim McCarver was 1 for 2 with 2 runs scored, 2 walks. Larry Heisel 1 for 2 with a run scored, also walking twice. Ron Stone 1 for 2 with a 2-run double, walking twice. Boa was 1 for 4. Bunning 0 for 2. And Lersch Palmer did not get at-bats. Jim Hutto was a pinch hitter 0 for 1. And Dick Selma did not get an at-bat. For the Mets, Tommy Agee was 1 for 4 with a double and a run scored. And an RBI. Bud Harrelson 0 for 4, as was Joe Foy. Cleon Jones 2 for 3 with an RBI. also walked once. Art Shamsky and Ron Sabota both 0 for 4. Ken Boswell 0 for 2 with a pair of walks. Jerry Grody 0 for 3. Nolan Ryan 0 for 1 at the plate. And Tug McGraw, the hitting star for the Mets today, was 2 for 2 with a single and a double. Also scored a run. Mike Jorgensen, pinch runner, did not get in at bat, and Cal Kuntz did not get in at bat, coming in relief. So that is it. So there's a couple of the new features there. The asterisk for the RBI and the check mark for the run scored, as well as the yellow in the lineups here for the batters that are currently up or next up in the next inning. So let's show you the other two things here. So if you go under statistics, I think it's under statistics. Maybe it's not. I thought it was under. Let's see here. Let's take a look here. Oh, here we go. It's under options and rules, sorry. So the boards here just show the different boards and what they mean. So if the pitcher letter grade is a certain grade. And this is really useful. I'll have to take a look. I haven't looked at this much. Actually, it's the first time I've looked at it. But depending upon what the pitcher's letter grade is, you can kind of figure out what the PRN numbers are. You know, that PRN where we have to roll a second time to see if there's an error or something, or special plays. Clinton can probably tell me a little bit more about this if he sees it, makes a comment on it. I don't really know a lot about this yet, but I know these are, you know, these end up being modifiers depending upon what the pitcher's grades are. Like if you look at this, for instance, an A will be a strikeout on number 9, but a P grade pitcher, it's a single. And the ground, you notice the ground out change. So if you go to a C grade now, another single on the 8, and D, you'll see this, the 9 changes to a single now. So as you can see, as the pitcher's letter grade gets worse, there's more chances of hits here. Now it's all hits here for the PRNs. Whereas with the A, there's a pop out and a strikeout in here. So it does change some stuff around, you know, and depending upon the situation here. See, these are good reference points. So if you get a pitcher of a certain grade, you can kind of see if you want to have them stay in there or whatever the grade is currently, you know, with the bases full, different situations. Runners on second, third, first, and third. So this is very handy for the PRN roles. Play result numbers, that's it. Sorry, play result numbers. That is it. That's right in front of me. So now I know what PRN stands for, play result numbers. So also too, as these are transactions, this is a cool thing here. Instructions on how to use transactions tab. Look up the player ID and team ID of the player to be entered into the grid, the player list, and the team list on the left side of the tab. Either the player ID from the PID column on the grid. The PID exists in the player list. His first and last name will enter automatically. Okay. Finally, enter the team ID and the ID, team ID, and the grid. Okay. Transfer, oh, date to transfer, so transfer date. So this is very helpful. So I don't know if it automatically does it or you have to do it yourself. But anyway, if Clinton, if you know, or Cyrus, if you see this in this video, make a comment on it as to what this actually does. I imagine it obviously helps out with transactions and stuff, but I'm not sure to what extent, so I'll have to look a little bit more into that. But that is a cool thing, as you want to have, as I like to use the actual lineups and the transactions. So very cool. So this is the 4th edition. So number 1 edition being the RBIs and the run symbols next to the players in their, you know, in their what they did in their at bats. That's very cool. The yellow for the batters that are coming up or are at bat. Number 3 here are the boards. Very helpful. Take this I can definitely see myself using in different situations. And the transaction things here. So excellent stuff here. So the game just keeps getting better. So all right, so that is it. So back to the score here. The Phillies beat the Mets 4-2, and now we'll check out our standings here. And the Phillies now 3-7, and the Mets in the basement at 2-7. So the Mets continue to struggle while the Cubs continue to flourish here. The Cubs improved now to 8-1. And again, if you want to check this out, it's on the Delphi forums under HGG 1970 replay under Skeeter Soft. This, I got this one going, which I, just started about a couple of weeks ago. Well, a couple of weeks of games. It's the 18th here of April. King Igbo has a cool one going on in the 80s decade. So check out that. He's also got some videos on YouTube. And Clinton Parks also has got a 1965 replay, and there's a 50s decade replay going on, as well as other things. So definitely some good stuff going on in the Skeeter Soft forums there. So definitely look at those and give them some support. So that is it. So you can see the standings here. Again, we've got about anywhere from 7 to like 12 games played per team. So we're starting to get some teams here. And at the end of the month, we'll do a replay. I mean a stat video, as well as as posted on the forums, the stats. We may do a video, I'm not sure yet, but I will definitely post it on the forums, a stat review of the first month of the season. So take care and God bless, and we will see you in the next video. Bye-bye now.